Because I wasn't able to find anyone. I did try, wasn't able to find anyone. It seems that state of New York is set up in such a way that I hate to claim what do you call this? Unreasonable restraint of trade and commerce by regarding providing guardian ad litem. But don't believe that I did not look. I'm good in the law, but I'm not an attorney. I would have preferred to proceed with guardian ad litem. It's just very difficult to find in my situation.
I don't want you to feel pressure to proceed. If you feel like we need additional time, you let me know. Otherwise, we'll go forward here today.
The thing is, I don't know where to find one, and I did look. I checked with the. This is one of the issues I'm definitely going to discuss in federal court. Like I said, I have a lawsuit. I haven't filed it yet. I'm going to file it against the state. State has a very horrible habit, especially when it's dealing with people who are either black or people that are mentally disabled, of not having quickly housing them or warehousing them, but not as quick in providing them with representation. If I look from now till the cows come home, I'm never going to find it, because the state is not set up to defend the rights of mentally ill people. It ain't set up to do it. That's one of the issues in my lawsuit. All I can tell you is that if I look, I ain't going to find them. And don't think I haven't. I don't have a choice, sir. It's not whether I want to or not. I don't have a choice. Do I want to? No. Do I have a choice? No. If I could find guardian ad litem, I would do it, because there has been an issue regarding my mental health status for several years. Do I think that I'm lucid? Yes. Do I think that I'm non-compos mentis? No. Do I think that I'm competent? Yes. But the issue is the perception. In order to get away from the perception of mental illness, it's better for me to have someone who represents me and who's familiar with the Americans with Disabilities Act. Can't find that. The state of New York is set up to screw my people. Both black and black people, especially black people who are mentally ill. Did I look? Yes. Can't find it. Yep. Okay. I cannot find representation. Cannot find them. I don't have a choice. I have to proceed because I can't find representation. That's the answer. I can't give you another one. I can't tell you I want to or I don't want to, because it's not relevant. What's relevant is that I cannot find it, so I don't have a choice. Thank you. Yes. Yes, which I agree. With which I agree.
Now, all right. So you'll be able to present your case through testimony, introduction of documents. Typically, you would have an opportunity to question the other side, but as the other side has not appeared here today, they've not requested an adjournment. I have no reason to grant an adjournment. We are going to proceed. Upon completing the hearing, the commissioner will render a decision. If you ask the agency for any documents from your case record or documents that they'll submit that they had planned to submit at the hearing, and they didn't provide them, or you ask for any policy issuances or manuals and they weren't made available, let me know. If I've ever dealt with your case, except as a hearing officer, or if I have any interest, which makes me no longer independent, or if I display any bias or partiality to any party at this hearing, you can ask that a different hearing officer be assigned. So, with that said, Mr. Uzamere, so I have the documents that the agency had submitted as their hearing packet, and it looks like I'm reading the Notice of Eligibility Determination, which is dated November 20th, 2020, indicates indicating that an application had been made on your behalf for adult protective services, and that application had been denied on the basis that you had someone else who was willing and able to assist with the responsibly for your care. So what is it that you are seeking through this hearing?
The same denial, but for the only reason that exists. I also have the records right now. I uploaded the records. The records that they gave me, I uploaded them to my website, and I'm downloading them now. There's only 3 criteria for which a person can be found eligible or ineligible for APS services. The first one, the person has to have a physical or mental disability. Second one is that physical or mental disability renders the person incapable of self-care. And third, what is the third one? The third one is that they don't have anyone to take care of them. Those are the only 3. There aren't any other. Now, they indicated that I had someone. I have to call them back. All right. They indicated that that I was not eligible for, that I wasn't. I'm sorry. This phone is beeping. I'm sorry. Hold on. All right. They indicated that I was ineligible for services, which is correct, but because there was someone willing and able to take care of me. That's horribly ambiguous, because what it says that there is someone that may or may not, that may be willing and able to take care of me, but it still leaves a question regarding my ability to care for myself. Looking at the records in no way indicate that there's anyone taking care of me. I have a car. I pay my own car note and paid my rent this month. I pay my own car insurance. I pay my own rent, pay my own phone bill. I have a business at home. It's not making any money, but I have a business at home too that have an EIN. I'm a New York State licensed notary. Do I have someone that may be able to step in? Yes, I do. My daughter will do it. My daughter's a registered nurse, but I'm not under her care. I live alone. And there's nothing in the records that indicate that there's anyone taking care of me. I take care of myself. So when the records, the records that you have, a lot of it says unknown, 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 unknown. Unknown is not a good answer. If they have no proof of it, then they should say nothing instead of unknown, because unknown implies that there may or may not, that there may be a question. It's not good if you're talking about my mental health. If you don't have any evidence that suggests that if you don't have any evidence that suggests it, then you should say, we don't have any evidence of it, instead of unknown. Say unknown, that means that you might have to look again. And the way they indicated it. Hello?
Let me interject. Yes, if I can interject for a moment.
Yeah.
Because I want you to correct me if I'm wrong, but this is what I think you're saying. So tell me if I've got this wrong. You are saying that so APS denied you.
Yeah.
And you're telling, if I understand what you're saying correctly, you're telling me that you're fine with them denying you. You don't want it. You just don't like the reason that they gave.
That's right. The reason that they gave is not legal.
Okay.
The reason that they gave is not legal.
You don't want APS services. You don't think you need is what you're saying.
Sir?
Because you pay your own car insurance.
Yes, because I live alone. Because I take care of myself. There's nothing, it's not a matter of, this is a legal setting. They have to make a legal decision, not an opinionated, and the legal setting indicates they've been in my house. The last person that came to my house was somebody from TSI, some guy named Oscar Richardson. And on his way out, he looked at my house. I said, how's my house look? And his exact words were, immaculate. I have no roaches in my house. I have 2 refrigerators full of food. I got over that rent situation. I paid my rent this month. In fact, not only did I pay it this month, the last time I paid it last month. That's I made an issue about that extra $516 they gave me. Before they even gave me that money, I paid the rent for January. Sir, there's nothing that legally indicates that there's anyone helping me. So for them to put in their records that there's someone willing and able to help me when that's not in the records, they didn't see that when they came here, the records don't indicate that, makes it untrue.
Okay.
I don't need your services. Clearly I don't need them.
Do you know who it was that referred you to APS?
I'm sorry?
Do you know who referred you to APS?
No. Well, originally my daughter did.
Was it your daughter?
Originally my daughter did. And there's something to say about that situation. My daughter and I had gotten to a fight. We got into an argument. And she was a little, I hate to say it, my daughter made the referral. They answered that referral. The referral was unfounded. And then 2 months later, they came back. 2 months later, they came back at the time that both my daughter and Jasa White called. First, my daughter called and said, "Mom, they're coming back to see you. I didn't have anything to do with it this time." I believe my daughter. Then I got almost back-to-back call from Jasa White, where Jasa White said the same thing. Whoever's coming to see you, it's over our heads. We don't know who it is, but it's over our heads. All right? I don't know who referred them, but I know it wasn't my daughter the second time around. Don't know who referred them. I know it wasn't my daughter. My daughter's incident was, October or something, and we had gotten to an argument. I said, I'm not going to deal with her. She got mad about it, and she called APS. APS sent over somebody from, what's this guy's name? Charles Barron's came to check my place. The assemblyman Charles Barron came to check to see how I was doing. He sent 2 people. They came in my house. My house is immaculate. So that was that. 2 months later, I get a call from both my daughter and from Jasa White, and they said, "There's somebody else that's going to be coming over. We didn't have anything to do with this." So the second time around, I'm contacted by somebody from Brookdale Hospital, and for whatever reason they decided not to come. Then I get contacted from somebody from Kings County Hospital, and I let them know I'm not letting you in. The day that they come was Friday night. I know what happens on Friday nights. Friday nights, you have no access to judges. And the 2 people that came out, believe that they were both social workers. All they needed to say once they get in is something's wrong with her, and now I'm in some facility at the very least over the weekend because there are no judges around. No way in the world are you going to catch me like that. So I told them, I saw when they came, I had on my camera, I didn't answer them. Sometime after that, they called me back and I told them, "You come to my house, I'm not answering. Not answering." And that was that. Sometime after that, I got a visit from TSI, from Oscar Richardson of TSI. I tried to avoid him, and then some days after that, he just showed up at my door. I tell you what day he showed up at the door. Sometime in December, if I'm not mistaken. But on the day that he showed up, my house was clean. I was busy typing the response for Jasa. There was nothing wrong. My house was clean. Most of my bills, except for the rent, had been paid. The last thing that Mr. Richardson said, I asked him, "How does my house look?" And his words were one-word sentence: "Immaculate." "Why are you here?" "I don't need you for anything." That's it. There's nothing that indicates that I'm in need of services. There's nothing that indicates that at the time any of the social workers contacted me that I was receiving services for someone because of some issue of either mental or physical incompetence? This is a legal question, not an opinion. They have to answer the question legally. And legally, I'm able to care for myself. How many clients do you know can sit and write a petition for a writ of certiorari? I did it. I've done this 6 times. I mean, how many do you know that can do it? How many of your clients do you know at my age have a car? Or is a notary public? Don't need the services. And the fact pattern indicates that I do not need them, and there's nothing in the fact pattern that says that I'm using them.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let me move on. I actually know a couple of people who have a car, but that's neither here nor there. Let me ask you this, and I just want to be clear. So in response to their determination that there is someone willing and able to assist you responsibly, would that be your daughter? If necessary, is your daughter in a position that she would and is able to assist you with any of your needs? Absolutely, but that's not the issue. The issue is whether I am mentally competent. The only answer you have there is whether I am mentally competent. There's no way that you can decide that I'm not mentally competent. I am a notary. There's no way in the world that New York State can allow me to notarize documents if there's some issue regarding mental competence. And that question the state has already answered. In order to become a notary, they have to check you criminally, and they have to see if you have some issue regarding mental competence. I've been checked on that, sir. There's no way that you can make any other statement other than I am physically and mentally able. And when I say physically and mentally able, I'm speaking about legally. The question is, can I sign? Do I have the legal right and ability to sign contracts? That is a clear yes. Since there is no legal decision, there's no court that has said that I am non-compos mentis. This is a legal question, not an opinion. Am I legally and physically and mentally able to take care of my affairs? There's no way that you can legally say no because I'm a notary. Because you're a notary, I got it. Yeah, I'm a notary. Notary? Yes, I'm a notary. I'm a New York State licensed notary. My commission ends in 2023. Look up the Department of State. I'm a notary. And no way in the world I'm going to let you all say that there's something wrong with me mentally and then I can't notarize documents. No way in the world I'm going to let you do that. Mrs. Mayor, I am not questioning your statement that you're a notary. I believe it. All right. That's all I have. I think I have enough information here today. All I'm asking them to do is to change. Is there somebody willing and able? Yes. That's not the question. There's 3 questions. One is, do I have a mental or physical disability? Yes. No way in the world I can say I don't because I receive funding for that disability. Do I have someone that cares for me? Yes. If push came to shove, I would have somebody to take care of me. Is that person doing it now? No, because I don't need it. But the question is, am I physically and mentally incapable? That is clearly not true. Since it's not true, then the only other decision that you have the legal responsibility to make is that I can take care of myself. You don't have another one. All right. Noted. Thank you for your time, Mr. Uzamere. That's going to conclude the hearing, and you'll be getting a decision from Albany here in the near future. All right. Now, the other thing is, in the event that I should choose to appeal, my guess is that I would need to file a notice of motion
to compel and a motion to compel with the Supreme Court in my area. Is that correct? You're an attorney, sir.
If you choose to appeal, if the decision is unfavorable and you choose to appeal, your appeal information will be on the cover letter that accompanies the decision, but that will explain your rights. You can file a petition pursuant to Article 78 of the CPL.
Yeah, that's right. Article 78, motion to compel.
Or you can request an internal appeal.
No, that's not going to happen. If you all say anything other than that, no, that's not going to happen. If you all make any decision other than I'm mentally and physically competent, then I'm just going to do the Article 78 motion to compel.
Okay, sounds great.
All right.
But before you start going and appealing it, why don't you wait for the decision to come? Okay.
Well, I have no other choice other than that. I'm just letting you know. As far as procedurally, you may know more about statutes and case law, but as far as procedure is concerned, you and I are on the same level. I know how to do things procedurally. Yeah, you and I are on the same level. If a decision is made that
I believe that.
Yeah, if a decision is made that doesn't indicate that I'm physically and mentally capable of taking care of myself, and that's what I've been doing for the past many years, then I'm going to do the Article 78 motion to compel. I've done this before.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Mrs. America, you'll be getting my decision in the mail in the near future. Have a great day.
Same to you. Bye. Motion to compel. Motion to compel. Motion to compel. We ain't discussing nothing. You discuss anything else. This is going to Supreme Court.